Alright, welcome back and welcome to the next one. In this Volcano sprint, we're going to be taking the Ferrari 360 Challenge Stradale up the Volcano road. And as you can hear, we're already started. It's a beautiful sounding car, this one. It's a really good sounding car. Fun fact, this car, before we put the slicks on, and I mean you already know probably if you looked at the Google Doc sheet or you saw any other videos, on all the cars I put on semi-slicks. And this car went up in like 40-50 Forza Horizon 5 rating, so this had a really big impact on this car. Really, yeah, interesting to see. Most likely it's one of those cars, especially it being from 2003, where it just makes a difference. The technology just wasn't there. How can I say, all the power that it had, all those 415 horsepower, those 373 newton meters of torque, they couldn't put them on the street just as well. Now, one of the things to mention here is even though this car is rear-wheel drive, naturally, it feels super planted. I think we'll see it later. I don't want to spoil too much, but here in the drift zone it really shows compared to some other cars how few points it scores. So as a comparison, the Mercedes-AMG C63 scored 5,132 points. That means accidentally it slipped for approximately 5,132 points in the drift area, so at least the back end went a little loose in some corners. So keep an eye on those points as a comparison. Some of the lowest contenders we had so far was the BMW M5, which had 0, and closely followed by the Porsche 718 Cayman GTS at 2,067. Also really low, one has to say. When it comes to the race time up here, as we're fully flying, I mean, this car also, the sound is absolutely exceptional. The racing lines are really good in this run too. Yeah, just all in all pleasure to watch. And again, sorry, I drifted off a little bit. The racing time to beat here at the moment as it stands is a 4 minutes and 14 seconds for the Mercedes-AMG SL63. That car has a rating of 812, so just 5 points better than the Ferrari 360, which stands at 811. There is a little bit of a difference in the age of the car, the SL being released in 2021 and the Ferrari in 2003. And that's not the only thing that these two cars have in difference. The Stradale has 415 horsepower, as mentioned, while the SL has 585. So even though it has so many more horsepower, it does not land much higher in the Forza points. Reason being, the Stradale weighs about 700 kilograms less, and also on top of that, it is just the center of gravity is so much lower. It is so much lower to the ground. It can stay in those corners. It can just stay on the racing line way easier. Another interesting comparison is the fact that the SL63 has a torque of 800 newton meters. That is almost 500 more than the Stradale has. Now I'm going to stop talking about SL and Stradale in comparison, and I'm going to focus on the road here, because in this section coming up here we have a very interesting comparison, and that is the speed. How much speed we can keep in the speed zone here throughout a really interesting set of corners. Best kilometer to beat here is 151 kilometers per hour from the Porsche Cayman. Here in the corner it's really strong, as you can see, barely going off the throttle, staying on it the whole time. The question is if you can keep it up here at full speed. And 150.6, that is actually 6.1, is actually 0.01 kilometers faster than the Cayman, taking the new record. And we will soon see here what the time is compared to the best run from the SL. It is exactly 4 minutes 14, like the SL. That is just by a 16th. It is not by a 16th, but it's 0.16th. So it is faster by about 2/10. That is absolutely incredible. And you can see here the sound, or hear better to say, an amazing sounding car. A really fun one to drive. This one, if you don't have it, I would absolutely get it. Put some semi-slicks or slicks on this. Love cars from this era, 2003. They're just so much fun to drive. Anyways, enjoy. Till next one, guys.